Hello, these are just some of the Sunrise children. They come to us in many different ways. Some have been abandoned in hospitals, rescued from dysfunctional families, working in brick factories under terrible conditions. Some have been trafficked into prostitution, slave labour and construction work. And when they arrive here, they have such low self-worth. It is our job to let them know they are loved every day, that they are needed and that they are valuable, and they're going to have education and hope for the future. Sunrise, Tracy and the staff are doing this now.
This year we've had 3 babies come to Sunrise. So Nick is one of them. She came to us in January at just 3 days old.
One of our babies' mother, who was raped and is mentally incapacitated, gave her baby syphilis, and she's being treated for that.
What's her name?
Sremich.
Over here we have our computer school. Our teacher here, Sokna, is today teaching them typing skills. So they learn to type in English and also in Khmer. Some of it as well, we incorporate life skills. Some of the kids are learning about budgeting and setting their finances and what they would spend on rent and electricity and things like that. So we like to incorporate as much as we can, even some mathematics skills and everything as well, while we're teaching them computers. So the kids come to us for many different reasons. Some of them have been trafficked, abused. Many have been living in the streets and just had nowhere else to go. Some of them are orphaned. Or just abandoned. That's probably the most common, is just kids that have been abandoned somewhere. A lot of our smaller kids, or the ones that came to us when they were toddlers, were abandoned in a hospital or even in the street. And some of our kids with disabilities as well, which it sounds really horrible and it's hard to imagine how any parent would do that. But when you think about the realities, or you realise the realities of life in Cambodia, some of these parents just may have had absolutely no way of fending for their children and feeding them or giving them the medical attention that they needed. And they felt that was the best chance that they could possibly give their kids, was to leave. I mean, we've even had some left at the gates here at Sunrise. And so it's hard to judge. Well, it's easy to judge, but you never really know what the situation was for those parents. But once the kids come to us, you can see the sort of life that they have and the opportunity. So we're heading to the piano class. On the weekends, we have one of our graduates, Panat, who's amazing. He comes back and teaches the kids piano.
This is part of the group that going to the government school for half a day. So all of our residential kids go to the government school half a day. And then the other half of the day they come here and do English, computers, Mandarin, music, dance, sport and art.
And all the kids and staff all call Geraldine Mum. It's a very affectionate name that she's taken on for many years.
The time I come here, I was 3 years old when I'm first here. In my life, I want to have my own mom, but I can't because I have no family or mother or parents. So she like my real mom. That's why we love her and give her love and yeah.
Little Sremich, the baby, will be here for 18 years if she passes grade 12. She'll go to university, and if not, we give her vocational training like cooking or sewing or fashion or beauty, things like that. And we even help with their wedding receptions when they get married. Disabled kids are all not able to be educated or get jobs, so they'll be here for life. Just had one 21-year-old girl die in the last few days that was going to be here for life anyway. She was very, very disabled.
So you would have seen little Picadé at the front there with his head shaved. Yesterday we had the funeral for one of our girls who's been here for many years, and she had passed away. And it's Khmer tradition that usually at least the closest male in the family, male relative, will shave their head to honour that person who's passed away, or sometimes a few. For Monita, she has no family except Sunrise. So now I'm going to get emotional. But 3 of the boys chose to go to the pagoda and have the monks shave their head to honour Monita, and Picadé was one of them. So I feel so proud and so happy that they did that for her. as their Sunrise sister. Little Yusuf is in here taking his after lunch nap.
Can you sponsor a child?
Oh, God, yes. Many people can sponsor a child. $50 a month Australian feeds a child. But we need a lot more for all the other things that we provide. And if there are people that can pay more than $50, please do.
And how many girls are in this dorm?
About 8 in here. We can take a lot more, but I can't if I don't have the money. I could take 20 more kids tomorrow like that. From the brick factory, from the street, from the hospitals where kids are abandoned, but I can't take them if I don't have the bloody money.
The whole property is 50 acres. So we have our residential care centre, our learning centre, and our sports programs. And then we have some farm areas as well. So we have, at the moment, the kids on the weekend are doing fish feeding training or fish raising. So we have several ponds. We've always had fish in those ponds and raised them to eat here at Sunrise, but now they're doing it in a more professional way. Then we also have some rice fields at the back and some lotus ponds as well. So here's one of the 4 cats that our kids have rescued and brought to me to fix up. Moi Moi was orphaned as a tiny little kitten, so I had to teach him how to drink milk, and now he lives in the boys' dorm.
Hi, my name is Brandy. This is my room. Here is my bed. And here's all my picture. Me and Tracy and Mom and all the picture. This is my sponsor. His name is Kevin. So he's gonna come next month.
So Dr. Mong is just arriving now. We actually have 2 doctors, Dr. Mong and Dr. Patty, and they've been with us for many years, so they know the entire history of our kids. They know our kids very well. And one of them will come every week. So if any of the kids have had any issues, then we'll make an appointment and they'll come to see them. And even the staff or some of the community kids, if they have any issues, they can come and see the doctor as well.
If any of you want to read my book called Home is Where Their Heart Is, $20 on your name. I'll write your name and sign the book.
Geraldine, Tracy and the staff at Sunrise Cambodia have been doing an outstanding job for the disadvantaged kids in Cambodia for many, many years. And with your support, they can do it for many more. So please head to the website and donate today.